We're seeing a lot of volatility in the cannabis sector right now. Stocks like Sundial Growers down around 20%. Stocks like TLRY Inc. down 40%. What's going on right now? Is this a sell-off? Should we be worried, or are these companies still going to rise? And do they have a lot of potential left in them? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. We're going to grow our portfolios together, and we're just going to grow together. Now, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, become a bro, and let's grow together. All right, now, we've seen a lot of volatility in the cannabis sector today, especially in stocks like TLRY and Sundial. We've seen these stocks sell off this morning after having some really radical gains in the last few days, right? We've seen Sundial Growers go all the way up to around, I think it was $3.50 per share after hours yesterday, and it's trading around $2.50 per share today. And we know that TLRY was up above $60 per share, and it's somewhere in the $38 per share range right now. So we're seeing a lot of profit taking. We're seeing a pullback. And, you go out and you look for the news, and what does the news say? It's almost like everywhere you look, they're blaming all of these situations where we see large rises in the share price, followed by a pullback and a profit-taking opportunity on Wall Street bets. And you're going to notice this a lot. If you're familiar with financial news and what goes on with it, it seems like whatever is the story at that moment, they just focus and focus and focus on that. For example, if we're talking about interest rates, if the Fed's going to raise interest rates, it doesn't matter if the market goes up one day and down the next. These news outlets and these media outlets report, okay, the market went up today. It's because investors are anticipating interest rate changes. The market went down today. It's because investors are worried about interest rate changes. And the same thing with stimulus measures. Investors are anticipating new stimulus. The market went down. Investors are anticipating new stimulus. The market went up. Well, right now, the whole story is Wall Street bets and these messaging boards and these subreddits where investors are getting together, and the news outlets, they need a story, okay? They need to report on why things are happening, the way they're happening. And the easy way to do that right now is to blame everything on Wall Street bets. Okay, Wall Street Bets is an excellent subreddit, and really it got its, I don't want to say it got its name, obviously, because it was doing very well before the whole GameStop and AMC short squeeze thing. But look, that subreddit went from around 500,000 to 800,000 people all the way up to around 9 million people, okay? The core values of all 9 million of those people are definitely different than the original members and the original people who were trying to squeeze out the hedge funds and, really cause the hedge funds to lose money was the original thing. It was all the short squeeze movement. It wasn't a pump and dump movement. It wasn't something where people can get in, get out, make a quick profit, and move on to the next thing, which is really what a lot of people are focusing on now. A lot of people think that, okay, as soon as a stock is mentioned there, it's going to go up in price. We should buy, and then we should just take a quick profit and move on. Now, that's where the media outlets and the news are getting their stories and reporting and saying that, okay, marijuana went up one day, and then the next day, everybody's taking their profits and moving on to the next thing. It's very easy to have your story if you kind of focus on something as long as you possibly can, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense or even if it's not necessarily true. Look, we saw a recent run in marijuana companies because there's a lot of progress here in the United States towards legalizing recreational marijuana, and that really shot things up in that industry because of the potential of opening up the U.S. market to this sector, right? Right now, these companies are focused on overseas and Canadian markets, and if we open the United States up to these companies, obviously they're going to see a huge increase in revenue. They're going to be able to grow. They're going to have a whole new customer base, and things are really going to be going well for these cannabis companies. So that's where we saw a lot of rise in price, and the prices and investors were excited about this, right? Then we hit a certain level, and of course people take their profits. There's a lot of swing traders out there, And I know a lot of people think that the best strategy might be to hold and hold forever and just ride these gains out. But it's not like that for everybody. A lot of people want to see their profits, they want to see them quick, and they want to move on to the next thing. So it's okay to see a stock pull back, and it's okay to see people taking their profits, because it just allows us another opportunity to get into each company if we believe in that company. So with that being said, let's take a look at Tilray, let's take a look at Sundial Growers, and kind of whether or not we should be invested in these companies, and if we should be worried about the recent pullback. So should we be worried? I absolutely do not think that we should be worried. Is it something that, WallStreetBets is moving on to, and so on and so forth? I don't think so. A lot of people are going to blame that on WallStreetBets. They're going to blame it on these subreddits and these messaging boards, and that's all they have to go on, right? So they need a story and they need to report on it. And I get it. It's okay. We crave an idea, or we crave the feeling that we need to know why something is happening. But look, supply and demand controls the market. There are people willing to buy at certain prices, and there are people willing to sell at certain prices. So we're going to see ebbs and flows. We're going to see the market. We're going to see individual stocks going up and going down. They don't move in a straight line, and we have to be willing to take that volatility if we expect to invest, and especially if we expect to hold these stocks for any period of time. Now, the cannabis sector is inherently more speculative, and we should expect more volatility than other sectors out there, because look, it's up in the air. We don't know if things are going to be legalized. We don't know if the U.S. market's going to be open to these companies, and really what the future holds for the cannabis industry. So with that being said, if you're a speculative investor, and if you want to invest in this thing, and if you believe that the U.S. could allow recreational use marijuana one day, and that these companies could really benefit from it, absolutely. That's something you believe in, and that really drives your force behind the investment and allows you to rest easier knowing that it's a company you believe in and knowing you think that that's the direction we're headed. So with that being said, Tilray Inc., pullback today. Sundial Growers, pullback today. Could this be an excellent opportunity to get in? I do. I think this could be an excellent opportunity for us to get in on a pullback, because I believe that these companies have a future. Now, is it necessarily going to happen overnight? No. Let's be real with ourselves. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to wake up tomorrow to a country that's embraced legalized marijuana, legalized recreational use marijuana, and these companies are going to soar overnight. This is going to take a process. Like anything we see in Washington, it's going to take a while before laws get passed. And really beyond that, before the general public takes hold of it and really says, okay, this is something we believe in, this is something we accept now. But look, that's okay to be willing to hold a company for a long-term trade, and I believe that that is what we're going to see with the cannabis sector and with all of these marijuana stocks. It's something that you're going to have to be able to weather the storm on, hold out, and know that that's something, and that's kind of the direction that a lot of people in this country are headed. So guys, let me know your thoughts. I want to know, do you think that the marijuana industry has some legs, that these cannabis companies have some legs, and we could see some exponential gains in the future? If this is just the start, let us know. If you're in Tilray, if you're in Sundial Growers, let us know what price you got in at, kind of what you think's going on in the market today, whether or not you're worried about the pullback, or if you think that these stocks, that's all it is a profit-taking pullback, and these stocks could blast off and go even higher. So don't be afraid. Let us know down in the comments below. And if you like the content on this channel, guys, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor. You got one more shot. Subscribe to the channel, become a bro, and let's grow together. And if you're brand new to investing and you don't yet have a brokerage account, or you're thinking about trading brokers and you'd like to try out Webull, make sure to click the link in the description below. You can sign up for Webull, open your account. It's super simple to do so, and you're going to get a couple free stocks along the way just to kind of help out your portfolio and really start you off right as an investor. And if you want to share this video, you can tag me almost anywhere at Claybro, just so I can follow you guys back and kind of see what everybody's interested in. Now, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.